I remember the evening of January 13, 2012, when news started to spread about a cruise ship, the Costa Concordia, running aground off the coast of Italy. By the next morning, images revealed the scale of a disaster that would change the cruise industry forever and become the most infamous shipwreck since the Titanic. Costa Cruises, a major European cruise line owned by Carnival Corporation, had launched the Costa Concordia in 2006. It was a colossal vessel, 952 feet long, with 13 decks, 5 restaurants, 13 bars, and could carry up to 4,890 people. The Concordia quickly became the flagship of the fleet, known for its grand design, including a 2-story spa, 4 pools, and even a water slide. For years, it sailed Mediterranean routes, filled with passengers eager for luxury and adventure. But on January 13, 2012, during a routine 7-day cruise, everything changed. The ship had left Civitavecchia, Italy, bound for Savona. As it sailed near the island of Giglio, Captain Francesco Schettino decided to perform a sail by salute, a risky maneuver to bring the ship closer to the shore to impress passengers and those on land. This wasn't the first time the Concordia had attempted such a maneuver, but this time, something went terribly wrong. At around 9:40 p.m., a miscommunication on the bridge about the correct course caused the ship to veer too close to shore. Within moments, the Costa Concordia collided with an underwater rock, tearing a 60-meter gash into its hull. Water poured into the ship's watertight compartments, and within seconds, the Concordia lost power. Panic spread among passengers as the crew tried to reassure everyone that the situation was under control. But it wasn't. At 10:07 p.m., the harbor contacted the ship, but the crew downplayed the severity, reporting a blackout. Meanwhile, the ship was beginning to tilt as water flooded the lower decks. By 10:35 p.m., the decision to abandon ship was finally made, and lifeboats were launched, but the chaos was just beginning. The ship had started listing heavily to its starboard side, making some lifeboats impossible to launch. By 11 p.m., the list had worsened, and water was reaching the deck. Captain Schettino and most of his officers had already abandoned the bridge. The captain would later claim he accidentally fell into a lifeboat, a claim widely disputed. The Italian Coast Guard, furious, demanded he return to the ship to oversee the evacuation, but he never did. Overnight, the Costa Concordia continued to tip over, eventually resting on its side at an 80-degree angle. Rescue efforts continued into the early morning, with island residents taking in hundreds of stranded passengers. The final count was devastating: 32 lives lost, passengers and crew who were trapped as the ship capsized. The wreck was declared a total loss. Salvage operations were enormous, costing over $1.2 billion. It took 2 years to remove the wreck from the rocks and another 3 years to dismantle it entirely. Captain Schettino was sentenced to 16 years in prison for his role in the disaster. Carnival Corporation faced huge financial losses and a massive blow to its reputation, ultimately leading to significant changes in their safety protocols. More than a decade later, the memory of the Costa Concordia remains a sobering reminder of human error and overconfidence. The ship was only 5 years old, deemed unsinkable, and yet it sank due to a combination of poor decisions, miscommunication, and a disregard for safety protocols. In the end, it's a stark lesson. Even the largest, most advanced ships can meet their fate due to human mistakes. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from the sea.